Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we have full details on the Women's Evolution 2K showcase, including new screenshots and a full match listing. Before we get into that though, if you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date with all the latest WWE 2K20 news. So with that out of the way, let's talk the WWE 2K20 2K showcase, which is this year centered around the Women's Evolution as it follows the careers of the Four Horsewomen, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. In total, the Women's Evolution 2K showcase will feature 15 playable matches and tell the story of how the Four Horsewomen went from NXT in 2014 all the way to the main event of Wrestlemania. So let's run through each of the matches included in the showcase, starting off with Charlotte vs Natalya from NXT TakeOver in 2014, which seen the pair competing in the final of the NXT Women's Championship tournament after the title was vacated due to Paige being called up to the main roster. The outcome of this match would see Charlotte defeat Natalya with natural selection to become the new NXT Women's Champion. The match also seen both Ric Flair and Bret Hart at ringside, with 2K confirming that both stars will be present for the match, thus confirming manager retires for both Ric Flair and Bret Hart. The second match to be featured takes place at 2015's NXT Rival as all four of the Four Horsewomen square off in a fatal four-way match for Charlotte's NXT Women's Championship, with the outcome of this match seeing Sasha Banks defeat Charlotte to win her first NXT Women's Championship. Match number 3 takes place at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn as Sasha Banks defends the NXT Women's Championship against Bayley. This match would see Bayley defeat Sasha to pick up her first NXT Women's Championship and serve as the follow-up to their iconic Iron Woman match that took place at the previous NXT TakeOver Respect, which surprisingly didn't make the cut despite it being regarded as one of NXT's greatest matches. Staying with NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, we also have this brand new screenshot in which you can see two of the alternate showcase attires, as we have Sasha Banks sporting her blue, white and red attire with an alternate red hairstyle, while Bayley can be seen wearing her yellow and white attire featuring polka dot wristbands, which was a tribute to Dusty Rhodes, who sadly passed away 2 months earlier. For the next match on the list, we switch from NXT to the main roster as we have Nikki Bella defending the Divas Championship against Charlotte at Night of Champions 2015. This match would prove to be a defining moment for Charlotte as she would claim her first title on the main roster after defeating Nikki following a mid-air spear and then the figure 8. As noted in the match listing, this match featured Becky Lynch and Paige at ringside to support Charlotte, with Brie Bella and Alicia Fox also ringside to support Nikki. Therefore we could see the addition of two new trio entrances, one for Team PCB and the other for Team Bella. Up next we have a pivotal moment in the Women's Evolution as we have WrestleMania 32's triple threat match featuring Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. Now the reason this match stands out is that this match was originally promoted as being for Charlotte's Divas Championship. However, prior to the match, WWE Hall of Fame Aliyah appeared on the pre-show where she revealed the new WWE Women's Championship, announcing that the match would instead crown the inaugural Women's Champion and that women would no longer be referred to as divas and instead be known as superstars. As for the match itself, this was won by Charlotte, who became the inaugural Women's Champion after forcing Becky Lynch to submit to the figure 8. Our next match takes place on the July 25th, 2016 episode of Raw as Sasha Banks takes on Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship, with Dana Brooke also appearing at ringside to support Charlotte. This match would see Sasha Banks emulate her hero Eddie Guerrero by fooling the referee into thinking Dana Brooke had attacked her, causing Dana to be ejected and leaving Sasha to fight on a level playing field, where she would then go on to defeat Charlotte with a bank statement to claim her first Raw Women's Championship. For match number 7, we head to Backlash 2016 and the 6-pack Elimination Challenge match for the inaugural WWE SmackDown Women's Championship featuring Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, Naomi, Natalya and Nikki Bella. This match would come down to Becky Lynch and Carmella, with Becky picking up the win via the Disarmer to become the inaugural SmackDown Women's Champion. Up next we have another pivotal moment in the Women's Evolution as we have Sasha Banks defending her Raw Women's Championship against Charlotte in the first ever Women's Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell 2016. Not only was this match the first Women's Hell in a Cell match, but it was also noticeable due to the fact that it would see the women go on last in the show's main event. The outcome would see Charlotte defeat Banks to pick up her third Raw Women's Championship after throwing Sasha into a table and then executing natural selection. Match number 9 is a rather odd choice as we have Becky Lynch taking on Mickie James in a singles match at Elimination Chamber 2016. This match came about after a returning Mickie James aligned herself with Alexa Bliss and interfered in a steel cage match for the SmackDown Women's Championship, helping Alexa defeat Becky to retain her title. This match would see Becky get a little revenge by defeating Mickie via roll-up after Mickie attempted a DDT. Up next we have Charlotte Flair defending the Raw Women's Championship against Bayley on the February 13th, 2017 episode of Raw. This match would prove to be a huge night for Bayley thanks to interference from Sasha Banks, who came down ringside to stop Dana Brooke from interfering and then took out Charlotte with a crutch. This allowed Bayley to go on and hit a Bayley to belly suplex on Charlotte and pin her to pick up her first Raw Women's Championship. Moving on, and match number 11 takes place at Fastlane 2017 as we have Sasha Banks taking on Nia Jax in a match that was made by Stephanie McMahon after she overheard Banks telling Bayley that she'd have her back in her women's title defense against Charlotte. This match would see Sasha go on to defeat Jax via roll-up, with Sasha then reappearing later in the night to help Bayley retain her title and handing Charlotte her first pinfall loss in a singles match on pay-per-view. For our next match, we head to Wrestlemania 33, where Bayley defends the Raw Women's Championship in a fatal 4-way match against Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax and Sasha Banks. This match would see 3 of the Four Horsewomen team up to take out Nia by delivering a triple powerbomb out of the corner, which is something that we could potentially see added as a new OMG. The result of the match would see Bayley go on to successfully defend her championship, pinning Charlotte following a diving elbow. For match number 13, we have an iconic bout from WrestleMania 34 as Charlotte defends the SmackDown Women's Championship against Asuka in a historic match that seen Asuka's 914-day undefeated streak come to an end after she tapped out to the figure 8 leg lock. Next up, we have another historic first with the first ever all-women's pay-per-view Evolution, which seen Becky Lynch defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Charlotte in a last woman standing match. This encounter seen quite a lot of spots take place, including Charlotte putting Becky through a table with a moonsault and then applying a figure 8 to Becky while she was trapped in the ladder, before Becky would get her own back by putting Charlotte through the announce table with a diving leg drop off the ladder and then following that up with a top rope powerbomb through a table to successfully retain her championship. Finally, the last match included in the showcase and the pinnacle of the women's evolution takes place at WrestleMania 35 as Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey made history by becoming the first women to main event WrestleMania. This match was billed as winner takes all and seen both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships on the line, with the match being won by Becky Lynch as she was able to counter Ronda into a crucifix, becoming the first person to pin Ronda and picking up both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships in the process. So there you go, that is the full match listing for the Women's Evolution Showcase, which features 15 matches in total and brings with it some brand new confirmations, including 14 arenas that include the original NXT TakeOver from 2014, NXT TakeOver Rival, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, Night of Champions 2015, WrestleMania 32, Raw from 2016 into 2017, Backlash and Hell in a Cell from 2016, Elimination Chamber and Fastlane from 2017, WrestleMania 33, WrestleMania 34, Evolution and WrestleMania 35. As for newly confirmed superstars, we now have 15 new confirmations, including Alicia Fox, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Paige, Dana Brooke, Natalya, Naomi, Carmella, Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, Nia Jax, Asuka and Ronda Rousey, plus we also have manager models for Ric Flair and Bret Hart. So all in all, there's quite a few new confirmations there, although to be completely honest, I do feel that's pretty underwhelming, as not only are a lot of these arenas, superstars and attires ones that we've seen in the past, but the match listing itself is missing a lot of big matches that you would have expected to see included, such as Sasha and Bayley's Iron Woman match, or the first ever Women's Royal Rumble, with the latter being one that would have been a great addition, as it could have led to the inclusion of various new legends, such as Tori Wilson, Molly Holly, Vicky Guerrero, or even Kelly Kelly. Now, there is the possibility that the match was overlooked due to the fact that it was won by Asuka rather than one of the Four Horsewomen, as essentially this is a showcase of the Four Horsewomen rather than the Women's Evolution, although the same can't be said for the inaugural Women's Tag Team Championship match, as that match was won by Bayley and Sasha, both of which already feature default attires from that very match. So I don't see why that match especially was overlooked, as it's not like they couldn't have fit it in, as 15 matches is pretty short for a 2K showcase, especially when you consider that a lot of these models and arenas were already in place and that a lot of the assets will be reused from past games. Anyway guys, that is my take on this. I hate to put a downer on it, but I'd much rather give you an honest opinion rather than claim it's an amazing list when I feel like it could have been a lot better. So that is it for now, but make sure to stay tuned to the channel and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, so I'll have some more exclusive WWE 2K20 content coming your way later this week. Until then though, let me know in the comments what you make of the new showcase deals. Have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.